It's great to see Western Australia getting their opportunity now in the Harvey Norman National Championships. They're running right to left on your screen. That's the Australian Defence Force remaining out there on the field after a big victory over Victoria in our previous game. So they're match hardened, aren't they? For Western Australia, certainly got a lot of energy as you'd expect in this first defensive workout for them. Look at big Chanel Edwards. She's over the top. As the Defence Force now look to come through the middle corridor and into the waiting arms of Stevens. So just a couple of metres short of the halfway line. You're live and exclusive today on nrl.com.au. 4 days. Stay with us. More than 200 names. 60 games. Culminating, of course, on Sunday on grand final day. There goes the kick downfield away from Warren. And she just sees this ball go over the dead ball line. She's a little bit too much on the kick there, but we'll come back to the halfway line for the recommencement of play as they rumble there straight back into Thomas, just short of the 30-metre line. So that's where they're situated, just outside the 20. You hear the crowd coming through our special effects mics, providing the great atmosphere. Now, they're not happy here, Western Australia. They're not happy at all, are they, with the referee? But Chanel Edwards has just lost it cold smack bang, as you're about to see here, right on the 40-metre line as she was getting to her feet. She's saying that she didn't have a clear passage to play the ball because of Macon was preventing her from getting that quick play the ball away, but the referee ended up seeing it otherwise. So Evans puts it in. We won't miss this. The tallest player of possibly the tournament with the footy now. This is Molly Cooper. We look with great interest to see what Molly can bring to the game of rugby league. Doing great things in the Australian Defence Force. Here's Evans, dangerous. Oh, she's class act, isn't she, when she gets going? He's all stopped now. Giving it back away to another one of their big boppers, and this is Cole. All stop again, switches it. Morley offloads. They're chiming in with every opportunity to get their hands on the footy. So a couple of metres inside the 10-metre zone. Comes back away again to Morley. Searching for first points in game 5. Up it goes. Goes over the top of two heads from the Defence Force, and unfortunately for the ADF, it goes into touch as we go to the Harvey Norman replay. This was the kick intended out here for their big winger who's playing in number 11 out here on the wing in Alison Dennis. Just went a little bit too high and too far for her to bring it back into her possession. As we see Western Australia now rumble through the middle. Getting to her feet there on that occasion. We see Wall. There's Foster. Good scrambling defence. Here from the ADF. That's the halfway line about to come into shot. Here a good ball. Back to Thomas. Now the referee will probably call this up. Bit of a high shot, too high here in our championships. You can't do that. This is it here on the Harvey Norman replay. Just take a look at this. Just going a little way too high these days in our game of rugby league. So a penalty forthcoming here in the championships, and they take the tap and they get it going. Foster again. Back from Wallace. On it comes to Stevens. Great palm inside the 10. Oh, she's put down. Here come Western Australia. Thompson, great ball. Back the wall. Can she get over? Oh, she's held up. What about that? Tremendous defence by the defence force. Well, they're renowned for the defence and now renowned for it in the game of rugby league. So not over yet, but Wall plays it. They switch it back to the right. Here's Thompson, straight through. Too big, too strong, too good. Oh boy, how good was that? Kaylee Thompson, the big number 7, crashes away straight underneath the sticks. And take a look at how this unfolded. What about the step? Pure strength, pure determination, pure grit. Oh, the crowd loving that. The birds are chirping up here in the grandstand. Sensational. Great stuff. And Thompson with the conversion now from right in front of the post. Breeze has certainly picked up behind Western Australia in this clash. It's a ripper. So what a start for Western Australia. They're on the scoreboard by 4 points to 0 here at Moreton Daily Stadium. We come back to the halfway line. Of course, our commentary position is looking across to the Des Webb stand, which was the original stand here at Moreton Daily Stadium, but they've spent over $26 million here on that grandstand behind the Western Australians in this match. And as I said at the top of the show, what a spectacular facility. First class. From the transport to get here today, to the parking, to everything that you can provide in a facility. 5 stars. Well done to everybody in the region. Great choice for our Harvey Norman National Championships. As we see the bus being made through the middle, here's Thomas. Takes play to the 40. So looking for their second try here of the championships. Barnett taken around the shoulder. So the referee was okay with that one as it comes back there now to Foster, who puts it on the right boot. The chasers are coming through. Thompson, oh, she's leading the charge, wasn't she? Big Kaylee Thompson, there she is in the centre of the screen. As we go to the replay, just keep an eye on this kick and the position of Thompson. She was behind the kicker. She was just seeing which way this ball was going to go, but luckily the defence force was able to take it over the dead ball line, which is resulting here in a goal line dropout. It's the club behind the sticks. Nicely taken with the goal line dropout, but I think you'll find, yeah, Chanel Edwards has just come up with it here with the ball going straight through her. Here it is here. There's the goal line dropout. What a kick. Ended up going 35 metres and Just unfortunately there for Edwards, she just went straight through her. So the ADF, this is their moment now with the footy, isn't it? With 9 minutes remaining in the match. Definitely haven't seen the opposition's half with the footy much in this first 10 minutes. That's because Western Australia simply hasn't allowed them to. The ADF now rumble back there into Thompson. So just inside their own 30-metre line here on our live and exclusive coverage of the Harvey Norman National Championships. We couldn't do it without their support. That's the halfway line. Straight there into Mariah Bell. So that ball's on the ground. Was it stripped? I think it was. Yes, referee agrees. So we talk about the pendulum in rugby league. It could well be going back now to the defence force here. So we see the replay. Now they're going to shoot for touch. Looking to find further impact inside Western Australia's half a footy. So that's where they're situated, 30 metres out from the opposition's goal line. So they're going to take the tap here. So looks like Chloe Callaghan finding Cooper. Taken down there by Matoe. Allsop now. Dangerous with attack. Just laying down in the ruck just a little bit too long here, Western Australia. Anika Stevens is told to get up a lot quicker. So they're not going to muck around here, the Australian Defence Force. They don't have time to think about it. Back to Sinclair. Here's Ebony Allsop again. Gets him going. From acting half, doesn't she? Instrumental in distributing it to Evans. Ball goes behind. Referee said, that's okay, don't worry about that, Mariah Bell. But now, the one over the top they're going to worry about because that just went a little bit too high. So, 3 penalties here in succession. Here for Shannon Evans to decide what the best plan of attack here is for the defence. So as you can see there, Western Australia right back on their own goal line as they take the tap, and Evans sends it across this time to Rachel Neal, wearing the big number 16 on her back today. Allsop delivers it. Budgeon sends it up now to Makem. Here's Allsop. Goes to the left. They got numbers out this way. They go back through the middle. That's where they are, right in the middle of the field. Trailing by 6 points to 0 on the NRL.com.au scoreboard. Heavy stuff in the middle of the park. Evans, she's got it. Good ball off the left hip. Only a couple of metres away. Last tackle now for the Defence Force. Where's Evans? It doesn't go to Evans. This is the last play. And they're short. So a changeover right on the goal line here for Western Australia. But credit to Western Australia. How phenomenal was that defence? Just backing themselves at every opportunity, and haven't they come up with the goods here as we see now Dam from the back. Put away there as we see now Warren. Evans over the top. Make him downstairs. Now this is Hera. Given away from Claire, on to Foster. Stevens. She doesn't want to go into the ground, does she? As she gets to her feet a little bit ginger there as we see the attack now coming from Turner. Looking around for support. Beats one up over the 30-metre line. Just a tremendous run. They're launching an attack. Thompson kicking. Ball's on the ground. Bill. Now, was it touched? They said that they were offside from the kick, so a penalty goes to the Defence Force. As we go to the replay here, well, there was the kick, and the referee is probably on the money there, just a few metres in front of the kick. So Australian Defence Force come away with it, and they're just going to take the tap here with 4.5 minutes remaining in the clash. So we come up to 11:45 local time here in Redcliffe. Scrambling defence needed there by Clare. So good go forward here as the Force looking to have the force, I guess, to be with them as they get rucked up over the halfway line. 6 points to nil, they trail. This is game 5. We've got 9 games today as we see the bus trying to be effective, but the tackle even more so there from Thompson. Now they scoop from dummy half. There goes that little kick downfield. Nicely diffused by Bill. She's set upon right on her own 10-metre line and finished off there by Maker. Well, she came from thin air. The big jostling prop as now Western Australia look to put the foot to the accelerator, and put the foot to the accelerator is exactly what they do. Here's Kwan inside the 40. Here come Western Australia. 3 minutes remaining in the match. It comes back to Hira. Good tackle there. Needed to be there by Thomas. Given back from Clare. Away to Thompson. Stevens. Can she offload? No. One-on-one tackle. Taken into the ground there by Longford. Clare again. Turner. Now Turner didn't expect her to come back to her as quickly as possible. But she'll go to dummy half now, Turner. Finding the right edge, and I think this ball may just trickle over the sideline. Will it win away there from Barnett? Couldn't quite get it, could she? But yeah, nice little passage. But what about the lead-up play? The big storming runs, that was just great rugby league. The Women's National Championships. Let us know where you're watching our coverage today, right across Australia. We're going live into New Zealand, up through the Pacific Islands as well. And I know there's a big contingent of fans watching this unfold over in the United Kingdom in the early hours of the morning. Lots of friends and family of our great game of rugby league, as we all know, scattered right across the world as the Defence Force. Speaking of right around the world, they might know a thing or two about that. Here's Morley. Taken into the ground there by Turner. Just on the halfway line. Good ball. There's Wilson. Plucks it under her arm and takes play to the 40. Couple more left in this one. Not long on the clock remaining. 1 minute in fact. 6 points to nil. As the ball now shifts to the Defence Force, and taking it up is Evans. Evans looking around. She knows she's only got 1 minute remaining in the game 5 here in the championships. Where's it going to go now? Comes off the boot of Allsop. Kicks it in between the fullback and the winger. An awkward bounce. Luckily Barnett's got to go away and pick it up, but she's lost it, I think. Oh, look at the face of frustration there by Barnett. She knows that this could prove to be a costly sin. With 40 seconds remaining, listen to the crowd here. We've got time off. But this could come down to the final 40 seconds. Well, she's just got to get it out of her head, Barnett. There she is in the right-hand corner of your screen, sucking them in on a hot day here in Redcliffe. So we're just waiting for the players to form the scrum. So let's see what can unfold here. 6 points to nil. Referee not happy. Just telling Cassidy Morley. I'll tell you when to put the ball into the scrum. Well, we're just looking back up to the other end of the field here. We've got an injured player here for the Defence Force on the halfway line, so she's about to come off. A few interchanges about to go on as well. Carrie Thomas on the sideline, about to be ejected into the clash. But a chance now for the Defence Force. What a moment in this clash. And I know that the Australian Defence Force, they're watching our coverage on their big 85-inch screens right across the country, cheering on their fellow colleagues. Did well there, juggling their way inside the 10. Good ball handling skills. Good skills coming out of the recruitment phrase. I guess that's what you learn in the Defence Force as well, is make 'em. Put down about 4 metres away from the line. Only a couple of metres out. Allsop from dummy half. Gives it away to Evans. Here's Dam running, stepping, tripping over at the feet there of Gray. Oh, she's done an ankle, has she? Oh, she's done something. She's going to play the ball. She knows that the time's not long to go. There goes the siren. There goes the kick. They chase. Will the ball go over the dead ball line? It does. And Barnett takes it dead. Well, I don't know about you, but what a thrilling game that was. 6 points to 0. Congratulations to Western Australia.